Hey guys, welcome to lecture 6 of this course. In this lecture, I'll go over some SQL best practices. The first one is the SQL statement and case. What I mean by that is SQL statements are case insensitive. So whether it's an uppercase select or a lowercase select, it's one and the same thing for SQL. It's going to process that input in the same way if it's lowercase or an uppercase. So I'll show you an example. Select product name column from products table. So the output of this SQL statement is going to be the same as if you type in select product name column from products table. You see? So you can choose whatever you want. I personally prefer using the uppercase for all SQL keywords. So I'll be using uppercase keywords in this course. Why? Because it makes the code more readable. So I'll be using something like select product name from products. You see how readable that code looks now. So this is a practice I follow to make all the keywords like select, from, and the things that you will learn in the next chapters, in the later chapters. I try to use uppercase for all the keywords. It makes my code much more readable. And the second thing that I want to cover in this lecture is the use of white space. So what I mean by that is, if you type in select product name from products table, it's the same as typing select product name from products table. You see, if you scroll up a bit, this code here is a multi-line code. So we have select in one line and we have from in the second line. If you see this guy here, the second one, we have everything in one line. So the output is one and the same. The output is the same. The thing is, all extra white space within a SQL statement is ignored when that statement is processed. SQL statements can be specified on one long line, or it can be broken up over many lines like this. See, this statement is broken up on multiple lines, and this one is just on one long line. You can choose whatever you want, but again, for readability purposes, I try to make my code multi-line. It's much more easier to the eyes. It's if you want to debug your code, if there is some error going on in your code, you can easily debug that. You can easily identify the line instead of just having one line for everything for the whole code, which is not advisable. Quite honest with you. So third thing that I want to focus on this lecture is the using of comments. SQL statements we have used so far are very short and simple, but as your SQL statements grow in length and complexity, you will want to include descriptive comments for your own future reference, or for whoever has to work on the project next. Database management system like MySQL will ignore these comments in the SQL scripts. So there are multiple ways of actually adding a SQL comment. You can easily add a comment by the /* and anything in between will be ignored by SQL. So that's one way of adding a comment. Why do we add comments? Because, as I said, if someone else is going to work on your project next, you're going to leave the company, or there's one more developer working for you or working for the company, and he want to work on your code, he actually want to know what's going on first. So it's always good to add comments wherever possible. to make code more readable and descriptive. So that's it for this lecture, guys. I'm gonna see you next lecture where we will cover sorting.